Welcome back. Let's look at the basic demand and supply graph to illustrate why US will export to other countries. In a situation of autarky or no trade, the equilibrium price is $100 million and the quantity demanded and supplied in the US is equal to 400 airplanes per year. Compare this with the world price. The world price is $150 million, which is greater than the domestic price, and US will export. Here, I will draw a line from this $150 million price and look at where it will touch the demand curve and where it will touch the supply curve. After trade, the price in the US will go up to the world price of $150. Looks like the new US supply is equal to 700 units and the new US demand is equal to 200 units. This means the US producers are producing 700 units, but US consumers only wants to purchase 200 units. This is the excess amount that US will export, which is equal to 500 units. Now, to look at the consumer surplus before trade, we would look at the area below the demand curve and above the equilibrium price. So, this is this part, and this one is our consumers surplus. This is the right angle triangle, and the formula is half times base times height. So is half times the base is 400 times the height which is 200 minus 100. So we have this as 20,000. Now look at the producer's surplus before trade or in this autarkic situation. The producer's surplus is this part, the area above the supply curve and below the equilibrium price. So we have half times 400 times this part, 100 minus 40, that's 60. And we see this is equal to 12,000. Now look at the economic surplus after international trade. After trade, the US price increases to $150 million. This part is my new consumers surplus. Doing the math here, it's half times 200 times 50. This value is 5,000. And remember, this is the part that is below the demand curve and above the equilibrium price. Let's look at the new producer's surplus after international trade. The producer's surplus is the area above the supply curve and below the equilibrium price. So this whole part is the producer's surplus. Doing the numerical calculation, we see that's half times 700 times 150 minus 40, that's 110. This value is 38,500. Now, regarding who gains and who loses after US starts exporting, the consumers will lose. However, the US producers will gain from US exports. But if you look at the net gain, the producer's surplus is greater than consumer's surplus, or the new producer surplus is greater than the new consumer surplus. The net gain is positive. All right, that's it for now.